Hi, everybody. It's Ryan here from Pie Records. I'm here with Billy Riot from Soda City Riot. How you doing, Billy?
Pretty good, dude. It's good to hear you're doing well.
Yeah, man. I love the 7 inch, the split you did with Hellbop, Astronaut, and River Monster Records. Tell me a little bit about that and how you got that all together.
Um, well, we Soda City and Hillbop were talking about doing a 7 inch forever. And we our first tour out on the road was together. And whenever we had started as a band, and we were talking about it even since then, and we went on this long stretch, and then all of a sudden Larry Parker, um, he was just kind of like, "Yo, man, I'm thinking about starting a record label." And I was just like, "You gonna do it legit?" And he's just like, "Yeah." And so I was just like, well, shit, me and Hellbop, us and Hellbop have been talking about doing a split forever. So why don't we just kick it off with that? And he was like, yeah, man. So, and over time we had written some songs. We weren't sure what was going to go on it or anything. And then it just kind of all fell into place rather quickly and nicely and smoothly. So it was pretty awesome.
Awesome. And you guys took care of
Yeah.
putting it all together.
Yeah, we did. Kevin, the bass player of Hellbop at the time, printed it in his garage. We cut out everything, put the inserts in. So really, what we got back from the pressing joint was just just a stack of records and some paper.
That's awesome.
So we did it all ourselves. Yeah, saved a bunch of money that way. That's for sure.
Yeah, right. I was looking at those prices yesterday because I've been talking to Larry off and on a little bit, and he's talking about putting out your 10 inch, and I really want to be a part of that, but you know I don't want to say anything's for sure, but it would be wonderful to be a part of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And we were going to be underway with that if this whole COVID-19 thing hadn't hit too, because we were supposed to record a live side and we were going to do a studio side.
Nice.
And we're almost done with the studio tracks now. But God, man, it's just all the gigs that got shut down. I mean, everybody's hurting from it. Obviously, it
Yeah.
sucks, but man, it's going to be a good record. We're still going to do it, but just
Yeah.
just a bit of a setback there, you know. But can't wait to get things on the roll again. Look, we played our first show last weekend since all this shit hit the fan, and it was amazing. It was at Return to Zero Studios
Uh-huh.
down in Charleston, and I don't know if I could cuss on here, but it was hotter than two squirrels fucking a wool sock in there. It was insane, and but the equipment sounded so good. There was a crowd in there, and they streamed it too, so you can watch it if you see it.
Wow.
We posted it on our page too. But yeah, man, it was incredible. So much fun.
Oh,
Forgot what it's like to play. I've been cooped up in this damn hamster cage.
that is so awesome to hear that you got to play a show, because I'm talking to other guys and their areas still aren't allowing that.
Yeah, this was a we did it anyway kind of thing, you know. And people were practicing some social distancing in there and all that good stuff. You choose to wear a mask or not, whatever. But it's kind of excited to see there's kind of like a mosh pit going, and it was pretty fun. I was wondering how the social distancing mosh pits were gonna go forth from now on, but it was great. I don't think you could do a social distancing mosh pit unless you just stare at people really hard. I don't know.
You'd be
It's
like,
weird.
you. it'd be
Yeah, just do
it'd be like
that
a dance
point that
off.
like metal bands do when they're pointing at the camera.
Yeah, like a dance off.
Yeah, just point like I'm a big deuce. But yeah, but it was awesome. It was great to go home with my ears ringing. It really was.
So,
Lost my tinnitus.
oh man. So, so you're in the process of writing or recording. You said you had all the music for the new 10 inch ready?
Um, It's almost ready. There's going to be a couple more songs I think we're going to put on it, and we're working on another release too, covers volume 2. Because if you can get on our Bandcamp page and find out covers volume 1, it's just 2 songs, but I think this one might have 3. We do a pretty good cover of the Vindictives Alarm Clocks,
Oh,
and we're gonna do a couple other covers that we've been playing for a while. And there's a couple new ones. I was actually pitching to the guys today about a Woody Guthrie song that actually Kevin Seconds sang it and posted it last night, and I
oh no.
heard it this morning, and I was like, hot damn, butter lips, we got to cover that shit. We tear it up, man. Like, put some gang vocals in there. So basically, the idea is laid out. We know what songs are going to go on it, but then we just still want that live side, lots of
Yeah,
crowd participation, gang vocals, and cussing and stuff that makes your
that's awesome.
grandparents pissed.
I gotta
You know,
check in with some of his stuff because there's a lot of
but
people doing the covers. Chad Price, Scott Reynolds, those guys.
mhm. Yeah.
They've been doing
Oh yeah.
they've been doing some great
Yeah,
shit.
man. Yeah, Chad Price came through Charleston not long ago, and I missed it. It was on like a Tuesday night. I was kind of pissed. But last time I saw Chad playing with All, it was on the Breaking Things tour. I was just a little shit in high school, and God, it was so good, man. That guy's got pipes. I think that's their best singer. I mean, I love Mr. Smalley and everything, but old Scott, but Chad's the man.
Chad,
But
Chad, yeah, I saw him on that.
all their shit's good, man. I love
saw
it.
him all. I've only ever seen All with Chad, so I have no frame of reference.
Yeah. Yeah. Just some of those recordings, man. I mean, like All Rose Revenge is like one of my favorite All albums, but Breaking Things and what is it, Nerve Herder, I think. That's a good one. But there's, I don't know, those guys, Mass Nerder. What did I say, Nerve Herder? Jesus. Yeah. The damn that album was just sick, man. That's like one of their heaviest ones, I think. But the guitar playing is my favorite shit. Old Baldo's a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
I even think that like my drummer.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like my drummer of the band that I used to play with in high school. He ended up being their merch guy for a while and got to bounce around with them.
Oh, really?
And he's really good friends with those guys. Yeah, it's crazy. And that was like his favorite band, when he was a kid. Still is one of his favorite bands, but he got to experience a little bit of that. And he even, I think, babysat for Stefan a couple times when his kids were pretty small. Yeah, it's pretty wild shit, man. Small world.
So tell me a little bit about the band members. How'd you guys get together?
Right. Well, me and Chris were already playing in this other band that's still kind of exists called the Black Iron Gathering. It's like a unplugged Dropkick Murphys, more folky kind of thing. And Roger, the lead singer, me and him had been, he was my realtor, and he's an old friend at the time, and he had called me up and said that he wanted to start a band. And I said, well, what kind of band you want to start, man? You want to start a punk rock band? You want, what are you looking into? Because Roger had done a lot of like experimental beat stuff back in the day, and he's a pretty good lyricist when it comes to like rap and shit. I didn't know what he wanted to do, and I was like, and he said, well, punk would be really good. You got anything for it? And I was like, yeah, man, I got tons of shit on the back burner. Just been working here at the house on stuff forever. So I started showing him stuff, and he instantly knew of a drummer. And that's how I met Eric. And we formed it, and it took us about, I don't know, maybe 5 months before we actually started playing shows, because we just took our time putting together, just a good list of tunes. And we'd have some nights where we just locked ourselves in this warehouse where we were practicing at a time, and we'd leave at like 5 o'clock in the morning. We'd just be so jacked on coffee and just playing and playing and playing and playing. And that's basically how it started. And then we took Eric and got him into the other band because we lost that drummer. And it kind of worked. You know, we played ping pong, never crisscrossed our dates or double booked ourselves, and it's just always been a good flow. And we went out on the road, I think within 8 months of our first show, when we went on that first tour with Hellbop, and it's pretty good stuff, man. It's worked. People sing to it, go nuts, and it's
That's
a good
a
formula.
that's a great
Works.
that's a great 7-inch. I can't say enough about it. Um,
Yeah,
Larry was totally stoked on
it's
you.
he was totally what?
He was totally stoked on you guys.
Yeah. Old Larry's a sweetheart, man. We do a podcast. I don't know if you listen to it. Yeah, but it's called Riot House Podcast,
Oh, really?
and it is funny. Yeah, it is funny as shit, dude. And we had Larry on this past one. It was after the big COVID break too, and we were asking him some really detailed questions, like Larry has a green penis. How is your penis? And he said his is green. And so it gets really into depth. Larry doesn't talk much either, so he's got to jump in there and say shit, or he's just gonna get pummeled, you know. But basically, it just consists of us ball busting, and we're the worst interviewers of all time, and it's hilarious. Like we never focus on the guests that we have. We just like get in there and start talking shit, and put sound effects behind it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, but yeah, it's good stuff, man. We have a lot of fun doing it. We cram in this little tight ass room and just laugh our asses off, you know.
Oh, that's
Good
good
stuff,
stuff,
dude.
man. I did not know
Try
about
to
that.
get some bands. Yeah, yeah. It's on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes. It's everywhere that we can possibly do it. It's working. We get some listeners every week, and we're thinking about making some stickers and some hats and stuff like that. But just gonna get some shit working.
You must have a lot of viewers.
But yeah, shit ton of people that's tuning in all the fucking time. God damn it. Yeah, man, I'm like so itching just to do more shit. I'm gonna take off this summer still, and like we had a whole tour booked up, man. I mean, like it sucks, and then not gonna do the tour anymore. Probably go back down in the fall to Florida, but I was thinking about going to Fest this year. I've never been, and I hear it's amazing.
What's
Like
Fest?
everybody swears up and down. It's yeah, the best damn punk festival ever.
What's it?
So I think Jawbreaker. So what? It's called the Fest. Yeah, it's down in Gainesville, I think.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, it's a good one, man. I mean, everybody goes down there and plays. I think might be a mistake. Like I don't know if you've ever heard She He He. They're from Athens, Georgia.
No.
It's a female-fronted band, and they got some good stuff, man. I think for your first impression, check out Rock and Roll Queen. That's a good one. The
Okay.
record is very, very strong. It was recorded right around the corner here at Jam Room, and it's just it's one of those mighty fine records that'll stay in your brain. It's really good shit.
Awesome.
But yeah, they've recently turned into a three-piece. Like the chick that was singing was just standalone singing. Now she's playing bass, so it's still just as good.
Awesome.
But I love them, man. They're really good writers. They're constantly putting stuff out. But
That's great.
oh yeah, they were down there last year. Yeah, they were down there last year, and they got a sponsorship through Orange or something like that. So stuff's
Really?
happening for them, man. They're doing pretty damn. Yeah, they're doing pretty hot at the moment.
That's
It's
awesome.
good stuff.
So,
Yeah.
you're in South Carolina, right?
Yes, sir.
And I mean, you're on Facebook, you're on your podcast. Where else can you get your music?
Bandcamp, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. It's everywhere.
Empire Records.
So anywhere you could basically stream. Yeah, Pi Records. That's right. I appreciated you guys doing that review there. I thought that was awesome. And is that your wife in those videos?
Yeah, yeah.
that's cool, man. You guys got a good thing going on up there. It looks amazing. And y'all are located where? I told somebody it was Connecticut the other day, but I
Uh,
think I made a mistake.
no, we're not that lucky.
You're not that lucky. Oh
No,
shit.
we're in
Where are you guys out of again, though?
Pottstown, Pennsylvania, right outside of Philadelphia.
That's what it was. There's a hat store. I stopped in Philly on the way back down from New York because we went up there just to go see damn Streetlight Manifesto with like a 44-piece orchestra at
Oh,
Radio
wow.
City Music Hall. Yeah, it was amazing. And then we were driving back through Philly, and I was like, this looks like a cool place to try to stop and get one of those sandwiches everybody talks about. So we stopped off the side of the road, and the place sucked ass. And I was like, well, this looks like a place where I could go find a couple cool record stores, and found this hat store. And they had just had some festival in this district. It was in May. They do it every year, like a big street fest. So I don't know if I'm ringing any bells with you, but that's where I was. It was pretty close to some town. I don't know. It was a real art district. It was badass.
Yeah,
But
I
I
think
found a hat.
Live Nation does something once a year.
Like the big concert company.
Yeah,
Is that what
yeah.
it is?
I
Huh.
think because where the Rocky Steps in Philly, like that whole area, that's where they have it, and the whole area is like blocked off, and there's like millions of people there.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn. Millions. I want to go. I like Philly, man. That place seemed pretty cool. Like, I'd go
yeah,
back there in a heartbeat. So I'm stopping back through there when we drive. I'm coming to your record store. I'll give you some heads up on that too, because I want to go in there and I want to see that shit.
yeah, yeah,
Um, make my wallet thinner. I love buying a lot of records, man.
yeah. Me
Shit.
too.
The
The weirder the
the
better.
yeah, dude. What's else? I mean, y'all got a massive punk section. I take it.
Not massive, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, that's
We got,
cool.
we got
The
Brandy and the Butcher,
oh yeah,
Defalia. We got a lot of Dave Smalley stuff. Got some indie stuff, Youth of Today stuff like that.
yeah, dude. You should hit up Brandon the Butcher. You definitely want Jay in on that video because that man is a pillar in this city as far as history is concerned, and the people that he's played with, and he's real. He's real. He has a great relationship with Joe Queer, and the Queers have recorded live at the Jam Room before, way back in the day when I think Dan Panic was playing drums with him, because he's from Screech and Weasel.
Yeah,
Um, and it's just he's got a lot of good stories, man. And he owns the historic room right around the corner. And
I'm gonna
it
reach
would be
out
a
to him.
good interview. I'm telling you what. And I love them. They're good peeps. The
Yeah,
what?
I said I'm gonna reach out to him today.
Yeah, dude. You won't regret it. He's a good dude. He's real knowledgeable about all kinds of stuff. So it's always a good pleasure to talk to him. And Liz is pretty damn funny. So she's great. Everybody calls her Brandy because they think she's Brandy from Brandy and the Butcher. It's hilarious. But yeah, I love them though. There's a couple podcasts actually that we had where we had Liz on, and like we all rag on each other pretty nuts. And I coughed on her, and she thought she got the COVID. It was funny. So we're just spreading the germs, dude. But yeah, they're good peeps, man. I love them to death. They're all old and going deaf. It's great.
What?
I said, huh? I said, they're all old and going deaf. It's great. Repeat. What? Yeah. But
Dude,
are
yesterday
they
oh no, go ahead.
yesterday what? Oh, nothing. It's all good. You go ahead.
Oh
The
no.
Zoom thing's a little weird. It's a little bit delayed or something.
Oh yeah. The I've been talking to a whole bunch of cool people all week, and yesterday I sold a Beavis and Butthead CD.
What?
Yeah, it's like
Is it like a compilation or something?
yeah, of like all the things that I talk about, and that's what people are buying.
Jesus. I didn't even know Beavis and Butthead had a CD. I remember like The Simpsons came out with a soundtrack one time.
Yeah, I
Got the
think I was in
folk
high
show song and shit on there. Damn, Beavis and Buttheads. It just filled with like mega Metallica shit or something.
Yeah.
Like the big four. I'm a big Slayer guy.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't even think that like Beavis and Butthead ever played Slayer on their show. It was always like Megadeth. Remember that time they huffed the paint and they wrote Megadeth on like Mr. Anderson's roof? And they put the dog they put the dog in the dryer and the dog threw up all over the place. It's good shit. You got to get down there, Bobby, and clean it out there. I love that show, man. And then it's like in the movie, like they had his wife, and she talked just like him. Like, hey,
Yeah.
baby, Bobby, get on down there, and clean up the pee. I
I,
love that shit.
I need
It's
one
good.
Spanish towel
My
from
dogs are
the
inside.
cabana.
You gotta get your own Cuban pool boy. Good shit. So are there like good venues up your way, man? Like you said, you're close to Philly and stuff like that. So when
Yeah.
you're back on the regular, you like getting a lot of good shows.
Well, you know who you should talk to. Well, the bit the oldest one, the Trocadero, just closed down.
Damn.
But there's still like if you want to reach out, I know Joey from Lagwagon plays at the Boot and Saddle. There's the Barbary. What else do we got? The Electric Factory. Upstairs at Nick's. Um,
Cool.
yeah, there's some places to play. Boot and Saddle, I would say, would be a perfect fit for you. We used to play there, my band.
Yeah, that's cool. What kind of band you playing? Was it punk rock?
Yeah, Larry just is releasing our stuff just now. Um, it's on the fast.
Really?
Yeah, it was on the faster side. It was called Down Division.
Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah, man. I'm gonna check that shit out. Is it already out from Larry or is he just
Uh,
working on it as we
yeah,
speak?
he put our demo out, our first album, and now he's putting out our third album. And the first,
Badass.
yeah, he really hooked us up.
That's cool. I like those compilations that he did, and the last one was so massive. It's like a over 100 bands on that son of a bitch or something like that.
Like
I don't
100,
know,
I think it's like
but a
130.
lot of it's really good. Some of it's different. Something like that. Yeah, it's like that was a lot of people, and like I thought it was kind of cool the way that he does that too. You know, because of the whole COVID thing. Now you got plenty of time to sit around and listen to that. You know,
Yeah,
and I made my way through it. I think I've got about to like 50, and then like just shit starts happening whenever I listen to compilations. It's the craziest shit ever. If I need shit to happen in my life where I can't listen to music, I just put on a compilation, and sure enough, I get hit with a fucking schedule from hell. But
yeah.
the we just got put on a Fat Records playlist through YouTube,
Wow.
and we're wedged in there right between Good Riddance and Green Day, which is weird.
Oh yeah.
But it was it's kind of cool to see. It was like for a AIDS bike ride, like Mike was trying to raise money for.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty cool. There's 5 days, 5 playlists, and we were on day 5. So there's a lot of good tunes on there too. A lot of bands I've never heard of, and I was having fun listening to that shit this morning.
That's pretty interesting.
So yeah, man, it's pretty cool that he's doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
When I saw, he said
I wish I could
he
see
was
them again.
he was putting that ad out, and I said, well, I have something, and he's like, yeah, send it over. And then when I saw there was like 130 bands, I was like, Oh my God, this guy, it must have taken him weeks to put that thing together.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It's Eric, our drummer, did the cover art for the latest Monster Comster. So he painted it on canvas, and he's an amazing artist, man. He's actually doing something in his house right now where he ripped up the carpet and he went down to the slab on the floor there, and he's like making this massive design. And he's also got us a new merch box too that like looks like a city's on fire, and look, you open it up, it's got these lights going around the inside. I guess you got to be there to see it, but it's like he's very very creative when he puts his mind to something, and you know he a bad motherfucker too. So he's a good dude. Amazing damn drummer too. He's a man of few words, but when he does some funny shit, it's hilarious, and when he does some art, it's pretty damn well constructed masterpieces. I'll tell you that. That's for sure.
Awesome.
He's the man.
Uh,
Yeah, man.
what's going on down in South Carolina? I mean, what kind of bands are you playing with? Who you said Hal Bop, but I know there's a lot going on in South Carolina right now.
Yeah. Columbia, where I live, it's different. There's long shot odds that they live here. We've had some really good bands in the past, like Inhumanity, anything Chris Bickle does, Guy in a Punchline too, like all that stuff. I mean, like that's some amazing bands, amazing music. Now Chris is like filming, making movies, doing his B films. There's a good acoustic scene here in Columbia, a really good folk scene. There's also a lot of really bad stuff around here that's just, I don't know, man. There tends to be like the same people are in the same 50 bands. It's very strange.
Uh,
Things are always changing. But down in Charleston, which is an hour and a half away from here, people are deeply rooted. There's a stronger punk scene down that way. The venues are kicking ass. The shows are good. You have things like The Mill. You have Tin Roof. You have Todd Brown's Studio, Return to Zero. Um, let's see, where else is a couple good places? Burns Alley Tavern is an amazing place to play. But there's just always something going on down in Charleston as opposed to Columbia. You know, maybe every couple of weeks there's something that might be cool to go see. But as far as metal and punk, like and hard rock stuff, Columbia has it's good, but it's just a little scattered. Um, Greenville has the kick-ass record stores, good venues. They have Radio Room up that way. Lots of good bands come through there too. But you know, it's it's like you're an hour from everywhere. Living in Columbia is what it seems like, you know. And it's always worth the traveling, but you know, it's a pretty cool state to be in. It's hotter than shit in the summertime though. So it's like God's balls is a rainstorm from the nuts. It sucks. It's so hot. But
dude, I want to be on your
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. You should like come down here and do it in person because that
Oh,
would be bitching. And
I, you could
we live so
you could totally drill me, man. I don't care.
yeah. Dude, we have a butt ton of fun, man. And there's this badass pizza place 2 blocks from my house. And I basically, one day I'm going to get a plaque put at the bar because I always go up there and sit. But they have really good beer and the best damn New York pizza up there. And the owner of the place actually went to high school with the Bouncing Souls up in Jersey and
Oh, I know those
knows them pretty
guys.
well. And yeah, they'll pass through and they always, you know, they keep it quiet. They just want to go eat. So they'll go to Dano's and sit with Dan and have a pizza when they pass through if they're playing like Atlanta or Charlotte or something. So I don't think the Bouncing Souls have played here since Jesus 2002. They were on tour with Hot Water Music.
Yeah.
So
Tho-
it's been a
Those
long
guys,
time.
those guys were a big part of they came up in the Philly scene when I was living in Philly.
Yeah.
We didn't run in the same circles, but obviously they took off really quick. but we were all part of the same thing at that time.
Yeah. And I wish I could have caught them uh, at some of their shows that were like closer to their home. But like back in the day, like I think to they came to Columbia when 7 Seconds released Out the Shizzy, and that was the first record since like Soul Force Revolution too. And they
Yeah.
brought the Bouncing Souls with them, and Bouncing Souls were still surfing on the Good, the Bad, and the Argyle,
Uh-huh.
and it was an amazing time to see that stuff. And dude still had that funky ass weird looking braid
Yeah.
drooping off his damn head.
Yeah.
He was jumping around in his suit and shit. But they're so good, man. Me and my wife drove to St. Louis just to go see the Bouncing Souls and the Swinging Utters last summer. And we had a blast, man. And we drove up there. We forgot about the time change, and we forgot about the actual date that it was on because I bought those tickets in February. And my wife was like,
Check the tickets, let's just see what time the show starts so we can get a good parking spot.
and I'm like, all right, yeah. So I look at it and I'm like, oh shit, the show's today. She's like, no. And I was like, oh God, we're gonna miss the Utters, dude. I was gonna be so pissed off. And so she was like, what do I do? Do I just turn around and say, fuck it, or just keep going? I said, just get a speeding ticket. Who cares? So we start flying down the road. We forget about the time change in Knoxville. It sets us an hour back. We make it there. We found a parking spot directly in front of the venue whenever we pull up. We run inside, we get searched, we get a beer. The Utters started, and it was like, yeah, we made it. I was like, it was a good time. And we stayed up there for like 3 days after that, chilling.
Those are a cool bunch of guys, man.
I love it.
Yeah, I love. We
They're
got
the Swinging Utters or the Bouncing Souls?
I don't know the Bouncing Souls personally, but we did play with the Swinging Utters in '94
Yeah.
in Philly.
Dude, they're so good.
They were all sick with the flu, every single one of them.
Oh.
And they were laying
God.
they were laying on the tables before they played, and they got up there and they just killed it. You would have never known.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were.
being sick with the flu ain't no damn joke.
No, they were all sick, and then they played, and it was like nothing to them. It was like it was hilarious.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. I had caught them twice within a year, and first time was in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and I met them, and I got to sit up at the bar, and we had multiple beers, and they were the nicest people. And I actually sparked a conversation with the guitar player because I walked up to him because he's wearing a Shovels and Rope shirt, and I was just like, hey, you know what we call them back home? And he's like, please don't say they're dickheads. And I was just like, no, we don't call them that. We call them Shovels and Nope. And it was just because I'm not a fan of it. It's just funny to call them that. But so anyway, we started just talking about acoustic music, and the guitar player really likes a whole, like all the Trampled by Turtles and fast bluegrass stuff.
Yeah, you can tell.
That's pretty cool. And oh yeah, on the way up to that St. Louis gig that I was telling you about, I had hit up the Swinging Utters, and I said, here's my story, dude. I was like paranoid I'm not going to get to see you guys, and we're going to miss the show, but it looks like we're going to make it, blah, 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 later in the message. And I said, do you think you could dedicate Tell 'Em Told You So to Billy? And he said, we got you, dude. And then I'm standing there at that show after just walking in that door, and I hear that singer go, this was for Billy, like that. And I was like, oh, damn, son of a bitch. It was awesome.
Woo!
About shit myself. Shit. But good times. Too many good memories for that trip, man. I love it.
It's awesome.
I want them to come here so bad. I mean, if somebody would just book them, that'd be great. But I do a punk festival here too, man. And there's 2 compilations out on River Monster Records. Everybody could check out.
What's that?
It's pretty good. We did it for 2 years in a row, and obviously didn't have to. Oh Lord, what's that? The meeting no longer has a time limit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I just saw that. We're good.
Okay. But yeah, it's called 2 Nights of Punk, and the compilations are on River Monster Records, and anytime somebody buys a compilation, the money goes to this place called the Therapy Place, which is like a nonprofit organization that helps families with children with disabilities. So it's pretty cool stuff. But I was just talking to Patrick from Longshot about doing a 2 nights of punk, but we always do it the last weekend in May. So this year obviously didn't happen, and I think we're gonna try to shoot for it in the fall if we can do it. But it's a killer festival, man. I wanted to get some bands from Charlotte down, because Charlotte, they got some badass people up that way, man.
I just talked to
No
somebody
anger.
in Charlotte. I,
Who'd you talk to?
it was a
Trash Room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trash
So,
Room. Trash
I think-
Room on our YouTube page. You can check it out.
Yeah. I think that I saw your post about that, actually, and I haven't listened to the interview yet. And Rick Burek from Charleston, that does Geared For Productions, I think he's lining up a show with us in Trash Room and Long Shot Odds up at his studio.
Yeah.
That's a cool guy you should talk to as well, man. Rick Burek that does Geared For, and you could talk to Todd Brown that runs a studio down there, and he also works at a Tin Roof and does the sound for everybody. So
Oh, wow.
that'd be some good ones.
You got a message
yeah.
thing, so I remember them.
Oh yeah, I can do that for you, man.
Yeah, the more the better, because I don't know when I'm going back to work, and I just want to get as many in as I can.
Yeah, I hear you. You're interviewing Dave Smalley soon, aren't you? Or did that already happen?
That already happened. It's up on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube.
That's badass.
And I interviewed Sam from Down by Law, the other band, and then his other band, Don't Sleep. I interviewed the guitarist Anthony.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit up, and I'm fingers crossed. I messaged Chad Price today, and he said, "Let's do it."
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to get.
Shit.
I'm trying to get all the singers from All.
Yes, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
Man, if you get old Scott, man, he's got a lot to talk about.
I know.
Didn't he recently have like a light stroke? Yeah. He seems like a pretty fit dude too.
Yeah, he was like built
crazy.
like a brick shit house. He was huge.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, but those one-off All shows really were cool when they had all the singers.
Mm-hmm.
I really it brought back a lot of memories.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I don't know. I so can't wait for the shows to kick back up, man, because I'm going to travel far and wide just to go see some good stuff. So
it makes me realize that I need to get out there more, because it's tough when you have a family, and I say this all the time, but I have no excuse really. Like you got to make the time.
Yeah, there's 5 girls in this house, man, and like 2 are hers and 3 are mine, but they're getting older, and like the high school and all that stuff, so I can kind of go out and still go catch a show, but the traveling and stuff like that, we try to make it happen as much as we can, but you should seriously consider getting down to Fest, because that's like where everybody goes in late October, man. It's usually the weekend of Halloween.
Oh, I would do that.
But hopefully they'll do it. So what?
Maybe if I could get Jen to go down, that's when we usually go to Disney World if we go. Maybe I could get her to stop off there.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It would be totally worth it, because you'll see everybody down there, man. And it's just a bunch of venues from what I hear. You get your all access bracelet, and the hotels are close by, and it's just I hear the whole experience is just awesome. So I'm definitely, God, I hope they do it because I'd love to go this year. So everything's weird now, man. So I'm hoping life gets back to normal pretty soon. It's just driving me nuts.
There's something I have to ask about your background.
What's up?
Are you a sign stealer?
No, I'm not. No, no. I have I got that thing when I was like in I don't know, 6th grade. It was laying on the ground by this park. So I took it to my house. It's been hanging on my wall forever. And then I have like uh if you look up right here, I have a ceiling tile from an old record store in town, and that's the Queers, and it's signed by B-Face, Hugh, and let's see, that's Joe Queer, obviously. And then over here I have an Annie Scene autographed ceiling tile. Just a
Wow.
bunch of like a wall of flyers over here from all kinds of crap that we play. This is where the room that we do the podcast in. So I kind of cram everybody in here. We just put our beer cans on speakers and fart around a lot. So
That's awesome.
that's cool. It's a think tank, man. It smells like beer and feet.
Those ceiling tiles are really cool. I've never seen that.
Yeah, they it's this old record store. It's about shit. I don't even know what I could compare it to. Actually, I was trying to think of a chain store, but it was huge. The Vintage Vinyl in St. Louis before. It's like a super huge place with that asbestos ceiling or whatever, and they take the tiles down, let the artist sign them, and yeah, there was a Primus one that I really wanted, but that was kind of pricey. And I ended up, it was an auction, and I ended up getting that Queers one for I think $88 because I was in a head-to-head run with this other lady that was like 84. I was like 85, I was like 86, 87. It's like, congratulations, you fuckers can count. And but yeah, I ended up getting it. She wouldn't budge past 87, so I was like, yeah. So I got the fucking tile. I am a winner.
That's awesome.
But yeah. So yeah, try to fill my house with a bunch of rock and roll history as I possibly can. Got a shit ton of records in the other room. Got like, I don't know, I'd say 2,700 maybe, something like that. It's a lot. Got them all stacked everywhere. I've been collecting since I was like 13 years old. Stopped collecting for a while. Sold a bunch of records, and then me and Chris, our bass player, actually started to collect again at the same time. We were talking about we played once in Athens, and if you ever get to go to Athens, Georgia, just prep your wallet for some of the best record stores ever.
Really?
A lot of good punk rock down there. Yeah, I found like a whole bunch of weird lookouts down there, 7 inches. I'm a big Lookout Records person. I love that label. But just found some original pressings, some Jawbreaker stuff, old 7 Seconds and Scourgeo and stuff like that. And a lot of dance, like hard banging techno and shit. I've got a whole bunch of that. But you can just find anything you want, man. I mean, it's good shit. But metal records are always overpriced and expensive, but you can find some good deals.
I don't know why metal in particular is so pricey.
I don't either.
I mean, you
because they got to pay for that artwork.
Yeah, right. You try to get like a like a Danzig or a Priest album, and they're like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, they started repressing all those like old Faith No More records, like King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime, and all that stuff. And it was like, it's $45 in some record stores. I was like, man, I like bread and milk and shit. I'll just come back and get it when it's cheaper. I was just like, hey, you don't find a used copy on Discogs that came out in the original batch cheaper than that.
You can.
But yeah, no, it's like there's a band. Say what?
Target is selling vinyl now.
Gross.
Yeah, and I was like, I went in there and I saw Straight Outta Compton, and I was like, yeah, I need that record, but I'm not gonna pay Target $30 for that record. I can't do it.
No, man. No. I ain't gonna do that. Yeah. I think I saw like they just had like what was it? Fleetwood Mac rumors and some Queen records, and I was like, yay.
Yeah,
You know, it's like better off just going to like a used record store and just getting those albums because everywhere like they had like Pink Floyd The Wall for like, you know, $45, $50 for like a double disc, you know, pressing of it. And then I can go in this other used record store and I could get it. I found my copy for $8. The corner was a little bit chewed up, but the record played like no one ever touched it, you know?
yeah.
So I don't know. I just go look for the used stuff or, you know, hit up old Discogs or whatever, make it happen that way.
That's where our
Or
site is
eBay.
this time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's it's
that's where you're.
it's much easier to get things that I want from there, and then kind
Mhm.
of sell on there. Right now, I'm just in my basement.
Yeah, dang, looks like a cool ass record store.
Yeah, I dig it.
Love
I
it.
dig it. When I'm bored, that's when I move things around.
Yeah, yeah. Had a lot of time to move things around lately, huh?
Yeah,
Have you?
a little bit.
God, God,
All right,
it's
so
driving me nuts.
is there anything else you want to talk about? I mean, we touched on a lot of stuff, and I had a blast, man.
Oh yeah, I'm good, brother, because my wife just walked in the door, and I'm gonna drag her ass over there to the pizza place. So
Uh,
we're gonna go mess it up,
all right, man. You have a good afternoon, and thank you so much for your time, Billy.
dude. Absolutely, it was a pleasure to talk to you. Good to meet you on here, and I look forward to definitely meeting you in person whenever I pass through that way, because that's definitely happening.
That'd be awesome.
So I got some family up in Maine, so I'll be making sure we contact each other, man, before I do head that way.
That'd be
But
great.
thank you for all the support and everything as well, man. That really meant a lot. I was blown away when I saw that first review. I was like, holy shit, check it out, that's badass. So can't thank you enough. It's great.
I sold one of my friends was uh watching our videos. A kid from high school that I used to hang out with. He started buying up all
Hmm.
these River Monster records, and
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, is everything all right? You know, he's like, oh no, I love these guys, man. And so does Riot. They're awesome. So
that's cool.
you got huge fans in Pennsylvania.
Dude, that's great. Tell everybody to send links and make copies of whatever. They can't just give it to people. So
Totally.
tell them to hit us up, man. And
Yeah,
like we'll send them like a playlist or something. You know what I mean? Just keep in contact with us because I like talking to people. People are nice.
yeah,
Relationships are great. Yeah, man. That's awesome. There's some people up there that dig us. That's great.
yeah.
Oh Lord.
All right, man. You have a great day. You take care.
Yeah, man. You take care as well. And we'll speak soon. See ya.
Absolutely.